Kicking it with KeKe. Kicking it with KeKe. Kicking it with KeKe. Full of personality. Switching up the storyline on God, we making history.
Writing books, changing lives, one day at a time. Put your problems to the side. Enjoy yourself. Free your mind.
Kicking it with KeKe.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Kicking It with KeKe, Life, Love, and all that other shit. I am your host, KeKe Chanel, award-winning author, lifestyle blogger, certified life coach, and host of Kicking It with KeKe. The overall theme for Kicking It with KeKe is all about mindset and personal development. When we operate as our highest self, we go through life more abundantly. And you guys know how I like to do. I like to give my guests the opportunity to tell the people who they are. So I'm going to turn it over to my new friend. Hey, friend.
Friend, how you doing, friend?
I'm good. Tell the people who you are and what you do.
Hey, everybody. My name is LuLu, also known as MacLu, the Master Esthetician. I have been a makeup artist since 2013, and I have been an esthetician since 2015. Started my business in 2015 as well. I am a solo esthetician, a master esthetician at that, educator as well. And I also own and operate my own spa here in Kansas City, Missouri.
Y'all hear that resume? I love it. I love to hear
Run
it.
it.
I love to hear it. So before we get into all things LuLu, we're going to talk about the overall theme for the podcast, which is mindset and personal development. So I have to ask, when it comes to mindset, how important is it for you?
Mindset is everything to me. It could be if my day is going to go good, if my day is going to go bad. If I'm going to talk to you with a happy smile, if I'm going to talk to you with an attitude. It's all about how I perceive it. That's how I feel mindset is important. A lot of times we change our mindsets to change certain and fit certain situations.
Mhm.
But me personally, I stick to what's true within myself. So my mindset is made up in what I can get out of it because I come first.
Right.
So
Absolutely. You got
I know
to.
it sounds harsh, but after years and years and years of showing up for other people and not having a mindset at all, if you know what I mean, now it's like it's a non-negotiable for me.
That part.
I gotta think of myself first.
When you want better, you do better, right?
Got to.
Although that should be the case, it's not always the case. Let's
It's
just put
not,
it
we
out
gotta
there.
fall down a couple times to get tired of falling, you know.
Exactly. We get tired of looking at them bumps and trying to cover it up with that makeup.
I was like,
Yes.
absolutely.
All right. So when it comes to personal development, if you had to define what personal development is for you, what would your definition be?
I would say it's exactly what the words are: developing personally, developing to yourself, keeping everything to yourself, um, making goals and actually accomplishing them, making new list of goals. That's really what matters. When you're able to say, I did this, let me cross this off and start another one. That's how you know you're developing. That's how you can keep track of where you came from and where you going or where you at.
Absolutely. Perfectly said. She off to a great start, y'all. Y'all better get y'all's notes and stuff together. Stop right now. Grab your pen and paper because we about to get into this topic of discussion for today. Today's topic is loving the skin you're in. Right?
Yes.
And that's loaded. That is very loaded. And the reason why I did that is because you in the beauty industry. You know? And let's talk about that. Like, how did you know that was a part of your purpose, becoming a esthetician?
So I have a background in mental health. 10 years, graduated from Grambling State University. The boot, where you at?
Hey, shout out to the boot.
So I noticed when I started back doing makeup in 2013, I believe I have like an inviting personality to where people just always talk to me. I find things out about them whether I want to know or not. It just felt like I was basically they was coming to a therapy session. You know, when we go get our hair done, if we comfortable enough, we
You
having
want
a
to talk about
therapy
it.
session with the stylist, you know.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I felt like after leaving the mental health field, it was purposeful for me because I was still getting that same reaction from people. It was just in a different setting and I had more control.
Mm-hmm.
So I got more so into the beauty industry. At the time I was just doing makeup and the person that I was with was a barber. So he was like, you should go to makeup school. And I'm like, what is that? You know, I didn't even know it was a
Yeah.
school for. He like, yeah, I seen people in cosmetology school. It's like a branch of cosmetology. So I'm like, let me go figure this out. Went to school, signed up, and I started to get into skincare, waxing, you know, treating the skin, different diseases and disorders. I've had eczema before, so learning about what causes it, what can treat it, what different natural products can we use, you know, to not really be so medicated with things. So once I became an esthetician, I just realized it flipped. You know what I mean? It was more so it was making me feed, I don't want to say feed my degree
Mm-hmm.
because I did get that psychology degree. I did do them years in school.
Hey,
I
yeah.
did get that degree, but I feel like I was doing it, but I was able to pour more creativity into it. You
Right.
know what I mean? I was able to transform people. You know, they come
Mm-hmm.
get their makeup done and they just be filled with joy when they leave. Can't stop
Right.
taking pictures. Can't stop tagging me. So it was
Right.
like, I was like, I'm okay, so I'm still doing my purpose versus working at a clinic and having to deal with people that I wouldn't necessarily deal with on a daily basis if I wasn't working here. You know
Right.
what I mean? So I felt like I was more in place. I had more freedom, more control. So that's how I got into it. And I've always worked for myself because I wanted to have that control. I don't want to have to get up at 6 in the morning. You know, I don't want to have to sit through a meeting that I really don't care about. You know, I'm just not into wasting time. So
Mm-hmm.
when I finally was able to be like, I'm gonna just go ahead and open my own stuff, I just been floating from there.
Hey, and I could tell that you love it. The way that you talk about it. Yes.
Love it.
Yes. And okay, so to that to the topic, loving the skin you're in, like when you think of that phrase, what does that mean for you?
So, like I tell all my clients, potential clients, anybody that wants to know anything about skin, since we're talking about loving the skin you're in, if you're not taking care of your skin, and this is not to get clients, but if you're not taking care of your skin, you're not taking care of your body. You're not taking care of your spirit, your mind. Like our skin, aka the integumentary system, is the
Mm.
biggest organ
You
that we
better use
have
that
on our
degree,
body.
girl. Listen.
I done said that word a million times, so I know exactly how to say it, spell it, everything. But it's the biggest organ on our body. It's a living, breathing organism that's on the outside of our body.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So if I'm drinking too much, if I'm smoking, if I'm eating the wrong stuff, I'm going to break out on my face. I'm going to have internal issues. I'm going to have all types of things that are now showing to other people whether I want to keep it on the under or not, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, you know, people do things, and for example, you can look at somebody and tell how much they drink. You could look at somebody and tell if they do hardcore drugs or not. You can look at somebody's face and see if they not getting enough sleep, if they stressed, you know what I mean? So it's just about taking care of you as a whole. It's not
Mm-hmm.
about, I tell them all the time, facials are not a luxury. Skincare is not a luxury, it's a necessity.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do it. Just like we feel like we have to get our hair done and stuff. You cut hair off every 6 to 8 weeks. Your skin, you can't cut that off. That's the organ that talks to you on a daily basis.
Yeah,
So
you just gotta listen.
you have to listen. Like I
Mm-hmm.
was telling you before we started the show, I ate that pork chop, woke up with 4 big brothers on my face. I was like, see, I already knew I shouldn't have did that.
Yes, and so that's a
falling weak.
listen.
It was smelling good, y'all. I'm sorry. It was
See,
good too.
I don't eat beef or pork, so
I-
but yeah, listen, I get it because my mama grew up and she still make good, good looking pork chops, and they were
Mhm.
great back then.
I
It's
don't
just
know
that,
what made me eat it, and that just showed that I'm human because I haven't ate a pork chop in 8 years. But
see,
it
you
was
just
just the smell. You remember on Life when he was like, it was just the smell of that pie. I
yeah.
had to get that pie. That's how I felt, and I paid for it the next day.
Listen, I done been there, done that. Look, this is a safe space. We are all human, so don't y'all comfort her in the comments,
Please
okay?
don't, because I'm
Don't
clearing
comfort.
it
Right. But
up.
it brings me to a good talking point of eating to love yourself. Like, what does that mean for LuLu?
So I can say that I have tremendously changed my diet. And when I say my diet, I'm not just talking about food. You feel me? I'm talking about lifestyle, diet. I'm talking about what I'm listening to, diet, what I'm watching on TV, the places, a diet on places.
The energy you giving.
Places.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like I had to understand that loving myself would require me to isolate and step back and pay attention to what's going on.
Absolutely.
Because if I can't pay attention to what's going on in my life, I'm just a part of everybody else's life. And that's no love shown to me, no respect shown to me on behalf of myself. So, yeah.
And then you're pretty much teaching other people how to treat you. If you're not loving on yourself and taking care of yourself or giving a damn about what you absorb, then you're just gonna fall for the okie doke over and over and over again.
Absolutely. It's all about the absorption, whether that's food or, I was telling you earlier, I don't eat meat every day. I don't drink pop all the time. That's one thing y'all don't need to do. Don't drink soda. It's going to tear your skin up. That's a skincare tip. But
Oh, I don't.
if
Every
I do,
now and again, I might get a Coke. I may get a Coke every now and
you
then.
be wanting them bubbles and you want that burn. And it's fine to indulge, but just don't overindulge. I might have a Pepsi once every 3 months. It's my mama's fault because she used to keep them in her room. So it was just one of them things. I feel like I'm sneaking to get it. So it was like a reward.
Yep.
But I have to regulate those things. I have to regulate my alcohol intake. Go from drinking every single day to just at social gatherings, not drinking harder or getting enough rest, just loving on myself, paying attention to what my body needs and what my spirit and my soul needs. That's how I love on myself.
You have to pay attention to your body. You have to pay attention to what it's saying to you. And like we were saying a little bit before, like I get migraines, and one of my symptoms to let me know that I've had a bad one, I get a breakout on the side that the migraine comes on.
Yeah.
It's starting to clear up or whatever, but I ate some sugar the other day and I got these little, I can feel them. You probably can't see them, but I can feel them. They there and I can see them. And so I'm like, dang, but was it worth it? It was, because I needed that comfort. So I ate that. I had that chocolate shake and I ate those chocolate chip cookies, and I loved every minute.
And you know what? Like I said, you deserve that, but you gotta know what's coming after that. You gotta know. Just like I didn't think I was gonna break out as bad, but my body saying and giving me 4 pimples is my body telling me, we don't eat this.
And that's the reason why I stopped, because my body was saying, hey, we don't process this anymore, so stop giving it to us. So it just felt horrible. So I'm like, okay, it's just not worth it, and chicken does that too, but I eat chicken a lot. I don't know. I just got to be delivered from that, I guess. But, and don't y'all comfort me, because I still love myself. I love myself very much. I practice self-love and self-care. Let's get into those two things, self-love and self-care. A lot of people think that they're the same. They're not. Can you tell us how you determine what is self-love versus what is self-care?
I agree with you. It's a thin line between the two, but they're very different. I personally feel like you have to have self-care to get to self-love.
Facts.
That's just the easiest way for me to put it. It's like one leads to the other. You can't pick one it's in the steps. You know what I'm saying? Because you can love yourself but not take care of yourself. Or you
Facts.
could take care of yourself
And not love yourself.
physically. I could get my hair done, nails done, lashes done, but I could have an ugly inside.
Oh.
And
Mm-hmm.
that means I don't love myself.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be well rounded, and it has to be done one after the other. It's like it's levels to it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely levels to this. So that's how I would compare the two.
Absolutely. And so I believe that self-care and self-love stems from self-acceptance.
Self-awareness.
That let's talk about that, because a lot of people don't want to even talk about that word. That S word is like, we don't want to talk about it because it brings on accountability.
Mhm.
And we don't want to be accountable for our actions and the things that's going on in our life that we can blame somebody else for. So let's talk about that. The importance of when you're loving the skin you're in, you have to be self-aware. Aware, like you just said, aware of the things that you watch, eat, listen to, surround yourself with, pour into, give energy to. Like everybody don't get the same energy from me.
I agree.
And if it's not gonna matter to me in 10 minutes, I'm not feeding into it. Because why?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
So
when it comes to being self-aware,
Mhm.
and I can use just what I do every day, as an esthetician.
Mhm.
I have clients that'll come 2-3 times a month, get their makeup done, right? But while they're getting their makeup done, I'm talking to them like, you got a lot of texture right there. It's gonna show through the makeup. Or, your under eyes are a little bit dry. You should kind of try to use an eye cream, or, you have acne, you're it's like you see it. I see that I'm having issues, and I just would rather cover it up.
Covered up. Yeah.
So I just feel like being aware of things, whether you want to or not, is the start to catapult you to the next level.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You have to look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm not happy with this, and that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And nobody else's opinion matters of you when you're looking in that mirror, because you're there alone. You know what I
That's
mean?
Yep.
And you have to just step outside of work or the family, or just think of yourself at that time. What am I aware of at this moment?
Right.
People like to sweep stuff under the rug, and it builds up and builds resentment. And after a while, you can't be resentful towards nobody but yourself.
Facts. Mhm.
It's all about, like you said, holding yourself accountable. And then also being around people that won't hold you accountable. That's
Oh,
really worse
yeah.
than you not, because I could go out and turn up with the homies, but then come home like I'm home alone. I'm sad. I wish the club didn't close, because now I'm back here. Now I got to think about everything. Instead of me taking that and using my mindset to switch it, like, okay, boom, Lou, what we about to do now?
Uh-huh.
A lot of different people wouldn't do that.
Mhm.
They would just continue to numb, continue to let things pass them by, because they don't want to stop and pay attention to what's going on around them. And awareness is just paying attention. It's really that simple.
That's it. Yeah, you have to pay attention. And that's a part of loving the skin you're in.
Mm.
Mind, body, soul, and spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Because society has taught us that, and nothing against anybody that goes and get these surgeries and wear certain things and all that.
I'm gonna
But
sip my lemonade on that.
I'm just saying, society has really brainwashed a lot of people into thinking that this is what you're supposed to look like. This is what you should wear. This is how you should behave. What the hell? Why are you glamorizing, fighting? Ew.
It's crazy because I was just having this conversation with a friend the other day. They package it up so nice. You know what I mean? Like, it all really boils down to having a self identity.
Mm,
If you don't have no identity, it ain't no way you could love yourself. You're easily influenced. And like I said, they package it cute. They give these girls these wigs with the baby hair, the lashes, the lip gloss, the outfits, the purses, the jewelry. But as soon as that liquor get in them, like you said, it's Fight Club.
The
And who
different
really
beast.
wants to be like that?
Right.
I don't even want to raise my voice at no one, let alone have to live somewhere where I have to basically fight for my life. Like
Every day. Like
literally. And
that's
they
that's your
glamorize.
normal.
Like
Uh-huh.
you said, they make it look so pretty. Oh, I want my hair like that. I want, did you see her body? I need my body like that. But they're not looking at the person.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about what they see and how they can entertain you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, how you gonna be 60 and your booty look like it's 15
Mm-hmm.
still, but your face is telling it all.
Identity. They don't have an identity because it's just like you have to love yourself. People don't understand when you are born into this world, it's only one you. You know what I'm saying? You are you. It's your job as being down here on this planet coming from the heavens. You're supposed to make your mission accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
Now we find what our mission is throughout life. You know, you found yours, I found mine through many different ups and downs,
Same.
but our purpose has remained the same.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like when people find a purpose and find out what they really like and what they don't like, then they'll become self-aware because at
Mm-hmm.
that moment they'll be like, oh, I don't accept this. I would never go there. I would never, you know what I'm saying? How many times have you looked at a picture of yourself when you was going out and kicking it or from years ago and you'd be like, I would never wear that. Why did I have that on?
Listen, I do that now. Like, why did you even buy this?
Right. But that's just us trying to identify with everybody else but ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I think it starts. Like you just have to have an identity. You
You
have
have
to
to,
have your own identity.
and that starts with your mindset. Like once you get a hold of your mind, nobody else can infiltrate that. Yeah, you
Right.
can see all that stuff on TV and it don't phase you because you thinking about your purpose. You thinking about trying to uplift and evolve into the next version of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
And not
tell
the
people
next
myself,
person.
yeah, like I tell people all the time, I don't watch like reality TV because it's scripted. It's all for show.
Absolutely.
Them people ain't doing it for real. And if they are, we ain't really seeing it because the cameras are turned off. But like you said, it's packaged well.
It looks good because I show watch Housewives of Atlanta. Shout out to Candy. I love you. Follow me. I love you. She's a boss. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
She's a businesswoman, but there are times that she has been triggered. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, wow, I didn't even, I would have never thought you would do that.
Yeah.
But it's like she's in that reality TV world. So sometimes she might have to come down to that because
Mhm.
I put her on a high pedestal, but
And
it's
I think that
because
she realizes that sometimes because I watched the first season. I ain't gonna lie, until it
Mhm.
started getting too messy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
why is these women pitted against each other when
Hmm.
I just couldn't get with that. But I like you said, she's triggered, and it's like once she realized, dang, I done did too much. The camera's there, so
It's
you
too
got to keep it
late.
up.
It's too late. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too late. You got to keep it
So
up.
yeah, and I just feel like with reality TV, period, like it has really went in the trash. Like when I was younger, I used to watch stuff for entertainment purposes. Like when I
Hmm.
was in high school, Flavor of Love was coming on. You know what I'm saying? That now
Hmm.
that was some stuff I know that wasn't real, but it was funny to
Yeah, it
watch.
was funny to watch. I love New York.
Versus seeing this beautiful woman on TV, beautiful on the outside looking in. I would love to look like her.
Hmm.
But then when that personality come out, it's like, why would you put yourself in this position? You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, we have to understand what is for us and what isn't for us. As
absolutely.
entrepreneurs, especially, there are
Oh.
certain things that I would never do. There are certain places I would never be. There are certain
Hmm.
people I would rather not meet because I'm the brand. You're your brand. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So we're
Hmm.
aware. of what we have, and we love what we have. And we're not going to put our things in jeopardy of being lost or taken away.
Absolutely. And being the face of your brand, you have to love the skin you're in, because you're going to get tried and tested.
Exactly.
And it all depends on how you react. So whether you're going to go viral for being positive, or you're going to go viral for being negative. Because everybody got their cameras nowadays. Like,
I'm
it's
telling
there.
you, once you go negative, it's hard to get people to see you in a good light.
Exactly.
And then and flip side too, you could be the most positive person. Soon as you get that negative moment, you that person now. So either way it goes, you can't please nobody. That's why you literally should just say F everybody and just focus on yourself.
Exactly.
Perfectly said. If you don't focus on yourself can't focus on you.
And speaking of that, that's a good segue into taking care of your skin.
Something I know so well.
Yes. But it's deeper than the outside.
It is very
Let's talk about it. I know you're ready to dive in.
Skincare to me is deeper than just washing, toning, moisturizing your face, putting a mask on. It's not about that at all. I pride myself on education first and foremost with anybody I'm having a skincare conversation with. It could be you, it could be the lady at Target, it could be one of my clients, but I'm passionate about it because it teaches you how to build habits and routines. Mm-hmm. That is something in life that a lot of people don't have. You know what I mean? Small percentage of people have it teaches you self-discipline. Mm-hmm. So if I come and I say, I have acne really bad and it's ugly, I ain't even been going nowhere, I don't want nobody to see this, I feel like it's my duty to sit you down and really like dissect why do you think you have this? You know, what are you doing in your life? Let's get you on a routine. Mm-hmm. It's just like the gym. It's 80-20. So you can come see me once a month and I can dermaplane you. I can give you a hydrofacial. I could give you a microderm. But when you leave me, yeah, your skin is going to be cool. But once you wash your face from the facial I got you, what are you going to do in between time? Yeah. If you don't want to have results, then you'll sit at home and wash your face with a towel and get the crust out your eyes, and that's it. But if you want to see results, you'll put the work in. Yeah. You'll purchase your skincare set and make sure that you're cleansing, toning, moisturizing in the morning, or cleansing, toning, moisturizing using your serum at night, because you know at night when you sleep, your skin is going to work overtime. So you keeping those things in mind is what's going to keep you motivated to, man, I didn't ran out of cleanser. Let me buy some more. You know what I mean? So it's just about instilling habits, healthy habits, routines. I really got heavy on that after I read Atomic Habits. It's a book. I forgot who wrote it, but I definitely read that. And while I was reading it, I was automatically in my mind thinking, how can I apply this to my business? Because me being an esthetician, that's where most of my money come from, or not money, but my clients is skincare. People that want to change themselves. I pride myself on giving my clients self-gratification. Like, dang, I didn't really transform myself. All I needed was a little push, you know. Oh, your skin is beautiful. How you do that? I just cleanse, tone, and moisturize. You know, my esthetician put me on. Or just being able to know that you made this happen. You transform yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to stay on them. But it's just more so you have to want to move forward in your skincare journey.
Yep, you got to want to do it.
Even with men, I have a lot of male clients, beards, going to the barber shop with the ingrowns. They might not say it, but they really be embarrassed by that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like people have vulnerabilities in different areas. I'm able to pick up on it and kind of put it back to you in a way where I'm going to help you instead of talk about you or judge you for it. Like, this is what I do every day. It's been nothing that I haven't seen, and I want to let them know that you should feel comfortable with me.
Right.
You know, even with waxing, you know, we get Brazilians, and sometimes everybody's Brazilian area don't look the same. Some
Mm-hmm.
women are very self-conscious about that. I've had clients to say, "Hey, I don't even want to have sex with my husband because I'm so embarrassed about how this looks." So me being the motivator and then me being a professional, let's get this cleared up
Mm-hmm.
so you can feel more confident in yourself. You
Right.
know what I mean? And it's all about the confidence,
Yeah.
instilling confidence, self gratification, building that want to change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being able to have that self discipline. It's deeper for me than just scheduling appointments, seeing them, and leaving. I
Right.
build relationships with my clients. So
That's the thing. You got
that's
to
what it's
build.
about.
Mm-hmm.
It's about building relationships, building trust. You know what I
Yes.
mean? I trust you, Lou. I want you to do a chemical peel on me. I want you to be the first person to give me a Brazilian. I want to try this with you because I make them feel comfortable at the same time, letting them know I'm an expert at what I do. I'm just not going to tell you anything, and I don't want to dig in your pockets like that.
Right.
Because just me being who I am, I know the funds will come. It's never
Mm-hmm.
about that. It's more so retention with me.
Yeah.
Are you gonna come back? You like it here? Cool. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Ready to rebook? See you in 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
making sure it's that comeback factor for me.
Exactly. Exactly. Because people gotta, I mean, what you do, like you have to build that relationship. It's all about the
Mhm.
trust. Because I had the waxing done, and I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. And I tell people all the time, like, even people that be fearful of it, I've had a lot of first time waxers. They fearful, but it's like talking them through it. You know what I'm saying? Like easing them into it. And sometimes I'd be like, it wasn't as bad as I thought because it's an experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just not you coming in here, you don't know my name, in and out, boom. Like I would feel uncomfortable with that.
Yeah.
So I just try to treat people the way I want to be treated.
Yeah. And that takes you a long way, especially being an entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, people don't have to spend their money with us. They don't have to
Hmm.
spend time with us. They don't have to open up and share their stories with us. Like
Hmm.
you and I connected on TikTok.
Yep.
Just meeting today before the camera start rolling.
Yep. 10 minutes.
And it's like, dang, that's my homie right there.
I know. But good
Yes.
energy is good energy and it's contagious. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So it was just the fact that you didn't make yourself unavailable and neither did I. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So we were just open to an opportunity because at the end of the day, we have a like-minded goal.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's what it's about.
Yes. Listen, you guys have been listening to Kicking It with KeKe, life, love, and all that other shit. We are talking about loving the skin you're in. I am joined with LuLu. She told me to call her that, so that's what she gonna be for me. So we're gonna talk about the importance of loving yourself completely, unapologetically.
Hmm.
A lot of people feel like self-love or pouring into themselves in a positive way is vain or selfish. And they allow people that don't do that to get inside their mind to make them feel that way. So speak to the listener who may feel like going to get that wax is selfish. Going to
Mhm.
spend that money on that at night cream is selfish. What do you tell her or him?
So I just try to tell people, and I'm gonna just say, I'm just gonna try to tell you because somebody out here will need to hear this.
There you go.
Listen, self-care is the best care. Okay. Not only is it self-care, it's overall wellness. You feel what I'm saying? It don't have nothing to do with just the outside. It
Mm.
has a lot to do with your social circle. It
Oh,
has a lot to do with your career. It has a lot to do with, do you even feel fulfilled as a person? You know what I mean? So loving yourself in a whole way is showing up for yourself, respecting yourself, not letting nobody respect you at all.
mm.
Because when it comes down to it, like you said, you show people how to treat you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So like you said, for the woman that does feel guilty for going to get her her nails done. Them hands work, don't they? They do whatever you needed to do all day. So why not take a few minutes just to show appreciation to yourself?
Right.
It could be something as little as, like you said, going to get a night cream because you don't want the bags under your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel like that's what brings you joy, you know what I'm saying, then do it. Don't feel selfish because people don't feel selfish when they leave you out on things. They don't even think about you when they doing it. So
At all.
just say for that person to just remember that you come first. Like, and I know a lot of people are moms and they can say, well, my kids come first. Yeah, but you had them kids. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever get lost in the fact that, oh, I just got so much on my plate. I don't got time for myself.
Mm-hmm.
You could have 30 minutes by yourself. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. You can meditate, or you could sit in silence, or you could do something nice for yourself. But if you don't show yourself appreciation, nobody else will. That's just like if you get a man, and when you meet that man, he see you with your hair done, nails done, lashes done, you dress nice. You're showing him this is what I need to maintain.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he'll already know, like, I shouldn't expect less from her, or I shouldn't be not willing to give what she's already used to, if that
Right.
makes sense.
Oh yeah.
So you
Mm-hmm.
just have to show people how to treat you, like walk around with confidence. I see so many people walking around with their head down. I
Right.
don't get that. Like, my mom
I
told me
bump
when
into
I was
something.
younger, you walk with your head up.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't, you can't see what's going on. You can't see what's coming towards you. You just lost in the sauce. You don't even know what's going on.
I tell my son that, walk with your head up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look down, because you gonna run into something, or somebody gonna run into you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with life. You walk around with your head down, some situations gonna run into you, or you gonna run into some situations because you're not
Facts.
aware. You're not paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely. And I believe that when you love the skin you in, you operate on a different vibration.
yeah, and you don't let nobody play with you either.
Oh.
You can't. Cause you'll be like, if I lose the love for myself, I don't have nothing. So now I'm like an open agent for bullshit. Like,
Exactly.
come to me, hurt me, trigger me, use me. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have no fence around yourself. You
Mm-hmm.
don't have nothing to block out what's not meant for you. We just
Listen,
so
that
caught
was
up. We get caught up and we end up living other people's lives and don't even want to. Like,
we forfeit our destiny, really.
we do.
Uh-huh.
We do. We just have to stay strong in who we are, believe that you are what you are, and that anything is possible.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I like to ask this question before we go
Okay.
to all of my guests, right? It's
Yes.
called On a Personal Note. On a personal note, what would now LuLu tell younger LuLu about loving the skin you're in?
I would have said, girl, you don't need all them friends.
Ooh.
You do not need all them friends. When I was younger, so I had a best friend. I met my best friend when I was 10 years old.
Mm.
She passed away when we were 22.
Mm.
And after she passed away, now mind you, that literally was my only closest friend in life. You know, that was my twin flame. But it's like when I lost that very meaningful relationship, because you got to think about it, 10 years old, that's you growing into a woman with somebody.
Uh-huh.
So it's like at the catalyst of us being women at the age of 22, she passed away. So me being lost, I'm trying to feel friendships, like not realizing at the time you would never find that in nobody else.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that was me being lost, not understanding who I was, because my best friend knew me better than I knew myself.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you don't need all these people to be successful or to feel like you have love around you.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I've been an esthetician since 20, 2016. And I broke my career in two halves. Like up until 2018, I was just like making money, thinking I was a drug dealer at the club, buying the bar, wasting money on sections and just wasting money, feeling like I'm celebrating me being successful when really I'm not facing what I'm missing out on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm too blurred. It's too much stuff going on. I can't focus on what's going on. All I know is I got my own business. I'm going to get up and get some money. Whether I spend it all that night, I'm thinking, hey, I'm going to get back and make it tomorrow. But not thinking as the 34-year-old LuLu, like, no, you need to call your accountant. See what she going to say about getting this money together and not just being careless. I was very careless. You know what I mean? With myself, with my integrity, with my boundaries, like didn't have none.
Yeah.
And it's like I still was successful, but I didn't feel complete because I felt like all that I had was me being successful and I didn't have nothing else. You know what I mean? So now that I'm up and awake, I would rather have that first and then just let everything else flow in later.
Yeah. I love it.
So yeah.
I
didn't
love
change. Look, I didn't change.
that. I think we all have. And that's the point. To change, grow, and evolve. And it's different levels. And a lot of people get stuck because of the word. They fear that word change. They don't understand that it's a good word. It's a positive word. It's a productive word. Not something that should be scary. Yes, some changes are scary, but at the same time, it's all about how you do it, how you manipulate yourself into thinking that something is bad when it's not. Because that self-sabotage,
it's real.
It's real.
Because the only thing in life that is constant is change. Those are scientific facts. That's the only thing that continues to, it's inevitable to happen.
Absolutely.
You can stall it as much as you want to. You can stay in your comfort zone as long as you want to, but something is gonna make you want to change. You're gonna have to.
At some point in time, change is coming.
It will.
So the person that's afraid to change, you might as well get ready.
It's coming.
It's coming.
You can't run.
She's a runner. She's a track star. No. You can try, but it's gonna always catch you.
You can't run away at all.
Absolutely. But you guys, this has been an amazing episode. It is one of my top ones, like one of my favorite. I kid you not.
I hope I'm number one, y'all.
Listen, I'm so excited. And the reason why I say it because she reminds me so much of my niece Kaya. Oh my goodness.
Hey Kaya.
Shout out to Shakaya, K Maury. Yes, we're gonna have to get Kaya on one of the episodes because she's into like natural hair and she's a dinner hygienist and all of these things. So
multifaceted.
Yes. And she's amazing. So I'm gonna have to get her on. I'm gonna have to get Kim on her too, because Kim I'm trying to get her to go and get her license to be a makeup artist, but she's self-taught and she does a great job. She be transforming her auntie, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna have to go see some pictures now.
Yes. All of my pictures that's on my site, like my professional pictures, she did my makeup on.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Shout out to you.
Yes. Shout out to Kima. Yes, but any final words that you would like to leave the listeners to today before we leave?
I just want to tell y'all that if you don't take control of yourself and your situations, those things will take control of you. So just always be aware of what's going on. And if at any moment you feel like it's not for you, it's not for you. And that's where you need to learn how to create your own way and be your own person and stay true to yourself. Be as authentic as possible. I get comments all the time about my voice. Your voice is just different. And I like it like that. I don't know if it developed past a certain age, but those are the things I'm proud of. Me having those unique traits. So when you do look in the mirror and you see something that you don't like, change it. Really that simple.
Really
Start
that simple.
small and work your way up. You don't gotta make unrealistic goals. That's not what we want to do.
Right.
You want to lose 20 pounds. Let's start off with 5. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about building up those little habits to complete one goal. And that's really all you need. Don't overwhelm yourself. You got this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You got it. You got this. Y'all hear what she said?
You got
If
this.
not, rewind it and listen again.
You got this.
You got this. With that being said, I don't have nothing else to say. But thank you for coming to kick it with me. It has been a
Thank you
joy.
for
I'm telling
having me.
you like in my top, like for real, top 5 for sure. Top 5 for sure. And I'm coming
I'm
up
trying
on
to make that number 1 spot though, y'all.
we're in top 5. So yeah.
I feel great. I'm in the top 5.
Absolutely.
I'm a 5%er.
There you go. There you go. But thank you again for coming to kick
Thank
it with
you.
me. You're welcome. You're welcome. I will be in touch because we got work to do.
We do.
We got work to do.
See me again. Trust and believe it.
Absolutely. Y'all will see her again. You heard it here first. Y'all will see her again. I told you, we family now.
Like
That's my
this.
LuLu. That's my LuLu.
Like this. We like this.
Absolutely. But thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Kickin' It with KeKe. Until next time, make sure that you keep loving yourself and loving the skin you're in. Don't let anybody infiltrate your mind with negativity. Push it off, push it out, push forth, and keep going. Keep going. You got this. You got this. Don't let anybody tell you different, okay? Purple hugs.
Peace, y'all.